Welcome to the New Flat Rate podcast. We started out as a contracting family, and now we give other service providers practical tools for their toolkits. If you have any questions or want to learn more, visit us at menupricing.com.
Hi, it's Danielle Putnam with the New Flat Rate, and my guest today in this episode is our success coach, Suzanne Wedeven. And today, Suzanne and I are going to have a conversation for you technicians out there. We want to talk about, for all you tradesmen, how Optimum Services can provide world-class customer service. So listen in. We've got 4 main points we'd really like to leave you with today. Join the conversation. Suzanne is a success coach with the New Flat Rate. What that means is she's talking to technicians all across the United States and Canada every single day. If she's not in her home base in Michigan, where you can see she's at today, she's calling us from Michigan. When she's not in Michigan, she's actually out doing ride-alongs in the field. So she will be out in different cities and states all over the U.S. in the field on service calls, presenting the New Flat Rate menu pricing system to customers with technicians. And she rides along with technicians just to help build their confidence in the presentation scripts, in the process. And she's very good at identifying and improving processes, and a very easy person to talk to. So again, I'm excited to have Suzanne on the call with me. And today we just wanted to have a candid discussion and talk about some things that we feel would be really empowering for you guys out there in the field, for you tradesmen, craftsmen, technicians. There's 4 points that Suzanne brought to the table for us to talk about today. And Suzanne, we'll just dive right in if you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay, great. So point number 1, when Suzanne's coaching with technicians, there's something that she needs to know. And the first one is, what is your motivation? What motivates you to be a craftsman? Can you talk to that a little bit more, Suzanne? What really does that mean, and why do you ask it?
Sure. There's not a right and there's not a wrong answer. It could be, is it more money? Is it a better position? Is it more responsibility? Do they want to be a top performer? Or do they simply just want to help people, to name a few?
And the helping people, now that's something that, being born and bred in the trades, my dad was a contractor, his dad was a contractor, my brothers are contractors, I've been out in the field and, talk to contractors every day. So what I hear all the time is that technicians do not want to be salespeople. They are, mechanical. They fix things, and they often do it because they want, A, they like it, and B, they like to help people. Do you find that they agree?
I do. And what it also allows you to do when you know your motivation is it allows the technician to put their future in good hands, their own. And you might ask, Danielle, how does this relate back to the New Flat Rate? Well, the New Flat Rate provides, as you know, the done-for-you pricing and the verbal packaging. And together, it allows the technician to let the customer understand the service that is in that platinum option and the risk if they choose that Band-Aid only selection from the tech that day. So it's real important as a technician for me to understand, are you presenting to every customer? And how are you allowing your customer to choose the level of service for their home?
You just mentioned a couple things that I want to highlight, Suzanne. They were all good. One is, are you as a technician presenting the New Flat Rate script on every call? And when people call in and you ask them that question, do you have any kind of a percentage rate? How many people actually are presenting on every call?
The individuals that are calling in have a higher percentage than those that I reach out to and ask. It's very easy for them to slip back into their old habits and say, well, I'll tell the customer for a Band-Aid I can, fix this, or for a bronze I can fix that. And it's very important for the technician to remember that they need to present that top option and build the value in that top option so they understand what they're losing out on if they do not choose the best craftsmanship that you could provide for them that day.
What kind of rate or response or percent are you seeing then for those who do actually present and build the value in the platinum and present their options on every call? Are they having a higher close rate, average service tickets? Are there any incentives for them, bonus plans?
Correct. Each company is a little bit different, but ideally, if they are running the script and running the menu of choosing from the customer standpoint, we see about 10 to 20% picking Band-Aids and 10 to 20% picking the platinum option from the menu.
And the rest are in the middle. It's like 40 to 60% in the middle.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool. It's really important, as we've been seeing this, to build your confidence in presenting the script. So going back to motivation, like what motivates you, I believe that you're bringing up the script because it's simplifying. What we're trying to do is take that sales pressure off of you so that you can present a script and present options, give the customer your very best choices, and then let them choose, take that pressure off of you to try to push them into anything or sell more. And then you can focus on the highest and best use of your time, right? Which is fixing things.
Yes, and showing this or saying the script and showing the menu at the same time, what that's doing for the customer is allowing them to buy. And remember, everyone hates to be sold, but we love to buy.
Yeah, that's right. Suzanne, that moves me on to our next point. The next point that's really important to discuss with you guys is, do you have pride in your company? The company that you're working for, the leadership in your company. Are you proud of the company that you work for? Are you proud of the name that's on your truck? When you pull up at a customer's house or even at the supply house, are you proud? And why is that important, Suzanne?
It's proud because, Albert Einstein's 3 rules of work, I like to start out with that. Out of clutter, find simplicity. For discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And you might ask me, how does that relate back to the new flat rate or relate back to the pride in your company even? When all of the processes that we train and identify are followed with the new flat rate, the techs in the company will follow the same process. What does that lead to? Simplicity. It will also lead to harmony among the team. And it will allow in the end for you to provide world-class service at a profit for your customers.
That's really good, and I love it, and I love that you had a dog barking in the background.
Oh, we can start over.
No. We'll keep it. It's real life. I know we all like our fur babies, so we'll keep it. Okay, so going back to, do you have pride in your company? I like how you said Albert Einstein's rules. And I think that it's important when it comes to following the processes that your company sets too. If you can have pride in your company, then it's easier to follow the processes and to really be a team player, which is important. And you're tying that back into providing world-class customer service. And it takes a team to provide world-class customer service, doesn't it?
It does. Because ideally, we want to provide service at a profit. It takes all of us.
That's right. And customers will buy more based on value and are much happier when they've got all that extra customer service too, and people are happy doing their job. Point number 3 is, do you understand why sales matter? Does it seem that the boss is always trying to get you to sell more, increase those average service tickets, and then the boss just buys a new boat? Or does your whole team recognize and understand why sales matter? Can you elaborate on that, Suzanne?
Sure. When I speak with technicians, I want to ensure that they understand that they should not be closing jobs with straight selling. It should be about better service. There's a saying by Warren Buffett, price is what you pay and value is what you get. And I really think with the new flat rate, it allows the value to really shine for your company.
Yeah, it does. And sales do matter because we're in business. We all have to make a profit so that we can continue to support our team and our families and expand.
Yeah. And that you might ask, how does this relate back to the new flat rate? Well, one thing that I found that techs do faster than anybody else is turn wrenches. Now think about it, Danielle. If a customer chooses that platinum option from me as a tech, I'm allowed to take care of all my concerns that day and work to perfection without time being a factor.
Hmm.
And if you look at the time differences between the Band-Aid and the Platinum, on average, that Platinum or Gold job is going to take 2.5 hours more than the Band-Aid. But think of all the value that they're going to get from those 2.5 hours of additional
Yeah,
time.
and I'm glad that you said too, it allows you to cover all of your concerns, all the things that you found during your diagnosis that really would be very beneficial for the customer.
Yeah, a tech takes for granted they can fix something that breaks down at 10 at night or on the weekend, where the homeowner or consumer, they don't have the tools, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the skill. So now they're stuck. They call in sick from work, or they have to, leave work to, take additional time to fix something that if we just fixed it, full service, the platinum or gold or silver option, they might not have had to worry about that again so soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that inconvenience factor, man, it's so, so, so true. Technicians, you guys are so skilled at what you do, and it's easy to take it for granted because it seems like, I know Matt talks about it in training a lot. Oh, it's just this, it's just that, it's a small part, it's something simple, but it is not just this or that, right? Your company had to take the call, book the call, have a van, have equipment and tools and all the things to get out there to do the job, and the safety and the insurance, and the list goes on, not to mention gas. Got to have gas in the vehicles. Goes on. Point number 4 today is, do you enjoy the role of an educator? A tech must be able to explain in an understandable way why your services are a good fit for the customer. Set them up to want to buy from you. So the role of an educator. Talk to me a little bit more about that.
Sure. I like to see the technician as a role of an educator because they're completing that thorough evaluation of the pain that the customer called them about. Then they need to find one of the 12 presentation scripts to be sure that the customer is aware of all the concerns that they found that day with the mechanical, safety, or the performance system in their home. And then their role as a technician is to advise that customer of what is and what is to come. And then allow the customer to make the choice of what should be done in their home from a financial standpoint and from, just the standpoint of what they need that to fit their needs as the homeowner.
What is and what is to come? That really is the role of an educator. That's really great, Suzanne. I know that we often, especially technical mechanical minds, want to overeducate. So where's the fine line with overeducating, or when we don't follow the process and the scripting, we get there right away, we want to overeducate and tell the customer everything right up front. Do you ever see that?
We do. Rule of thumb that I like to work with the technician on is one sentence. All questions deserve one sentence answers. So keep it to a minimum. Make sure that you're addressing what the pain was. And if you hear an objection, it's not a no. It is just they've got a question, so you need to back up and address that objection or the yellow light so that the customer understands before you continue. So it's very important to listen.
It's hard in our DNA, as humans. Sometimes we feel like we know what the customer's saying already before they've finished, or we want to overeducate them and say paragraph after paragraph after paragraph to prove how smart we are and how good we are at our skill, right? But to your point, the customer might just be having a reason going on in their head that we don't know about, so we can't over-assume that we know exactly what their pain points are, what their inconveniences are, what they're thinking. I like what you said. So practice doing the one sentence answer. I think many of us, I need to practice that as I'm going on and on in paragraphs. We all need to practice that one sentence answer. So we educate, but we also keep it short and to the point.
Yes, and ensure you're addressing their yellow lights or their objections before you continue on. And that's the reason why you need to know those scripts. There's 14 sentences in that demand script, but we expect the technician to say 100, sentences during the time with that customer. So 14 sentences is not that much to learn, Danielle.
It's really not. And the scripts that we're talking about, in case you're not sure, or if there's anybody that's new on the call today, when you open up the New Flat Rate app, on the left, there's the little hamburger lines, as you'll see on all sorts of apps. You click on those, and one of the options there, the tab on the left, is the presentation scripts. When you click that open, you have all of the different presentation scripts for the New Flat Rate, the main demand service, warranty calls, what other scripts are in there?
Inspection, you said warranty, phone script.
Yeah, there's a whole script book in there that's got everything that you're going to need. And we really recommend when you show up on site to open that up and start reading, depending on the kind of call it is. Select from the index in the presentation script book and select the script that's applicable to the call and reread it before you go in and greet the customer to get it back ingrained in your head and to make sure that you're confident and you have just your mind wrapped around how the call is going to go today. When on every job, really, we recommend that. So I wanted to point out that's where the presentation scripts are. And there was something else that we were talking about. Yellow lights. If you haven't been through our 2-day training yet, you might not know what Suzanne's talking about when she just said yellow lights. So Suzanne, can you kind of talk about that for a minute for anybody who might not know?
Sure. A yellow light's really important to listen for because it's a hesitation in that customer's mind to want to move forward with you. So it could be something as simple as it's just, or I have you out every year. I don't expect anything to be wrong, or my neighbor looked at it, or it's just a small sound. Anything that they might think in their mind might be a little issue, where when your evaluation actually comes through, it's more of an issue than they thought it was. So it's really getting that customer's mind wrapped around it could be more in depth than what they think it is before you just show them a price.
Yeah, great point. That's something that we can all use and start applying, is looking for those yellow lights. Well, Suzanne, I really appreciate that. Those 4 points, again, are: what's your motivation? Do you have pride in your company? Do you understand why sales matter? And do you enjoy the role of an educator? We often create our own objections, and we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. World-class customer service is defined as vastly exceeding customers' expectations and building loyalty. World-class customer service can help to attract new customers, as 87% of consumers share good experiences. Can you believe it? 87%. So give them a great world-class customer service experience that they can start telling everybody about. Hey, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us today. Just a little bit of tech talk that we had going on here. Suzanne, do you have anything in closing?
If they want more tips, I would encourage them to reach out to training@menupricing.com, and we can send more tips along to improve their world-class customer service.
I appreciate that. And I also want to encourage everybody to reach out to Suzanne. As I mentioned, she is our success coach, so she's available all the time to take your calls. If you have a question on which page should I choose in the menu, maybe this is a unique situation, please know that she receives these kinds of calls every day. And so she would just like to ask you a couple more questions because you're the one that's on site, not her. So she'll ask you a few questions about the environment and what's going on, what your diagnosis looks like so far, and then just help walk you through choosing the page that could be the best fit for the scenario that you're on. And also any role playing, if you need help role playing the script, or if you have questions or if any concerns, reach out and Suzanne would really love to help you get over any hurdles that are standing in your way.
Look forward to hearing from you. Take care.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it's Rosalind, your favorite crazy cat lady. Apart from taking care of my cats, my other job and my other passion is Business Uncensored. So I'm here to tell you all about it and make sure you know that you're invited. Business Uncensored is our high-level annual business conference. This year it'll be held October 18th through 20th in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the Westin Hotel. This conference is for owners and implementers in contracting businesses, and we'd love to have you as we talk about how to improve your money situation, your marketing, make changes in your team, and discover your ultimate purpose. Every year after Business Uncensored, we hear members talk about their key takeaways, those golden nuggets that they learned and are able to implement right away after the conference. We'll make sure that you get at least one golden nugget that can totally change the way you're doing business if you come to Business Uncensored. And by the way, this year we have, for the first time ever, breakout sessions. We've got different focus groups so that you can divide and conquer if you come with more than one person to learn about what you really care about. We'll have an IAQ session, an extra marketing session. We'll talk about dispatching for profit. We've got so much in store to you, you can't miss it. Also, we've got a really cool evening event planned. We've rented out the entire Lookouts minor league baseball stadium and we've got free reign of it. It's going to be so much fun. So maybe cats aren't your ultimate passion in life, but my goal is to help you get to spend more time with what you really love, whether it's cats or something else. So once you make improvements in your business, once you really grow and get to where you want to go, you can get that freedom. You can get out of your business so you can spend more time with your cats. Spend more time with whatever you love. We'll see you there. Business Uncensored. Register today at 2021bu.com. And don't forget, early bird registration ends July 31st.
Thanks again for joining us today. We appreciate you being on here with us. To recap, point number 1 was, what is your motivation? Number 2, do you have pride in your company? Number 3, do you understand why sales matter? And number 4, do you enjoy the role of an educator? And if I had to guess, I'd say that so many of you guys that listened in today, deep down in your core, you really do enjoy being an educator. And that's another reason why you're doing what you're doing. So great job out there. Stay in touch. Let us know if we can help you or do anything to serve you. And yeah, let's just keep doing what you're doing.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you have any questions, give us a call at 706-259-8892 and just ask for Suzanne. Or you can contact us at info@menupricing.com.